They got him. They got him. They really got him. They arrested him. I made a video the other day about this guy. He actually goes by the name Kansas City Accountability. Got a big YouTube channel, big following. Well, people notified him that they don't take auditing too kindly in Cincinnati. So what did he do? He went to Cincinnati to see what happens. Same type of deal as my previous video. He went to a bank to see what they would do, how they would react. And it didn't take too long before the police showed up, and it was all on video. I will play the unedited video. It's only just over a minute of the actual encounter and let you guys take a look at it, see what your opinion is. I'll give you my opinion in a minute. He also has some response after getting out of jail, after bonding out, and I'll play that for you too. He went live afterwards. Hello, sir.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm okay.
How
you doing? You really need to know what I'm doing?
Yeah, because I got a call here.
For what?
You're recording.
So what's wrong with that?
No, I'm just asking what you're doing.
You're looking at it.
I'm asking you.
Can you please tell him what I'm doing?
Why can't you tell me what you're doing?
I'm recording.
Okay, how hard is that?
Because you're looking at it.
I asked you a simple question. You're making this way difficult than anything.
I'm recording.
Okay, is there a reason why you're recording?
Absolutely.
What's that reason?
I can't share that with you for free.
Why not?
For free.
For free? Why can't you share that to me for free?
Because.
Okay, well, I can ask these questions to you.
You can ask them.
Okay, it's up to you whether you want to answer or not.
It's your right.
So, the reason why I'm here, again, they called because...
Who did? You called them?
I'm talking to you. He doesn't want to talk to you, sir.
You called them?
Sir, what is so confusing about this?
I'm on the sidewalk.
No.
I'm on the sidewalk. I'm not walking. I'm on the sidewalk.
Just put your hands behind your back.
Sir, I'm on the sidewalk.
You're
I
not
didn't do
answering
nothing.
questions.
I don't have to answer questions.
Let's just detain you. Just put your hands behind your back.
Hey, y'all committing a felony right now. You're committing a felony right now. You're committing a felony. I'm doing legal activity right now.
Sir, you're recording a bank, asking questions about the layout of the bank.
I didn't ask them about no damn.
Questions that indicate you may be thinking of a robbery or something. You could be armed. You could be dangerous. Do you have any guns on you?
The story's actually been picked up by the media. Coincidentally, maybe I watched too many of his videos and somehow he got a link to my phone or something, the algorithm, but my Facebook started popping off like crazy with, alerts and articles and news stories about this guy getting arrested. I'll play what the news had to say about it, and we'll talk about what the arrest was for. You guys think it's legitimate, illegitimate? I'll give you a little bit of both sides of what I think. Just need probable cause to arrest somebody. However, to be found guilty of a crime, you would need far more, guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You'd have to have 12 jurors find you guilty. Could that happen in this little situation? Let me tell you about how I think they're going to try to frame what he did and what happened there.
Cincinnati police say it is launching an internal investigation. The video was taken by a content creator who has a reputation for provoking police.
I said something like that in my video the other day, and a lot of people didn't like that. They said I was jumping to conclusions, that he wasn't trying to agitate anybody. Maybe he just cares about, the First Amendment, really cares, and wants that protected. That may be, but he's creating content. I've been doing YouTube long enough to know that you don't go out there and create content unless, you want it to go viral. And if nothing happened and he didn't get anybody's goat, it would never go viral. That's how he supports himself. That's how you make money. Nobody's making YouTube videos in a certain niche without hoping to get views. And that's how you get views, is by interactions and conflicts with people, police, whatever it may be.
This man, Angel Moses, says he's just a man with a camera, but some people refer to those who produce content like he does as First Amendment auditors. The video is controversial no matter which side of the issue you're on.
She sounds like she's never even heard of it before.
Angel Moses is from Kansas City and says fans asked him to come to Cincinnati to see how police treat him.
I try to make it real easy for law enforcement. I'm actually pro-police. I really want police to do good.
Moses recorded himself outside a downtown bank on Tuesday. He says the security guard spoke with him.
All right, here they're just going to show you guys the same video I showed you initially.
Charged with a 4th-degree misdemeanor for
And there's
failure
a
to disclose
mugshot.
personal information. He admits he makes money with his videos when they go viral, but he also says they're educational.
If you don't know your rights, you ain't got no rights. And our rights is like muscles. If we don't use them, we lose them. I teach people how to deal with hostile situations and how to deal with law enforcement.
Cincinnati Fraternal Order of Police President Ken Kober sent a statement saying in part, quote, after reviewing the video, it's clear the auditor simply bit off more than he could chew. CPD officers responded, investigated, and made an arrest that was based off of what the law says.
All right. So, no, I mean, you know, it's a legitimate genre on YouTube. You know, people are making good money on this. You know, I watch a ton of these videos. I can't get away from them. It's in my algorithm now, and I don't know. I'm just drawn to them. Like, I can't stop watching these and the police body cam interactions, all that type of stuff. Let's get into a little bit of what the charge is. So basically, he would not give his name. Charged with a 4th-degree misdemeanor. Police say they reasonably suspected he was about to commit a criminal offense and refused to identify himself. So basically, they have him for not identifying himself. They're feeling like they had a reasonable suspicion that crime was afoot, as we used to say. I don't think, obviously, there's any crime. He's out there taking video and this and that. I think the way that they're going to try to justify this is when he started going towards the security guy. You know, maybe they felt like, oh, he's about to go assault the guy. Bam, we got a potential crime. We suspect he was doing a crime. Or, I mean, what else could it be? What do you guys think? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you think that's a stretch? Or do you think somehow they're going to write it up that bad? I mean, we all saw what happened. I find it slim to none that a jury would ever find somebody guilty with this just little bit right there. I mean, it's all on video. There's, you know, nothing happened really. You know, they probably should just say, hey, hold on, let's talk a little bit more. The police probably should just made sure that they stayed separate and seen what happened. Like he said, maybe he was just going to walk away that way. He was on a public sidewalk. Did they jump the gun? Maybe too quick? I don't know. You know, I wasn't there. I don't know how they felt, but from watching it, doesn't look good. Doesn't look good at all. Let me play a little bit of what he had to say after he got out of jail and a little bit about what they talked about in the police car while he was on his way to jail.
Just got out of jail, got arrested in Cincinnati on the sidewalk, recording, y'all. They was like, if you go down there, you gonna get arrested. And sure enough, y'all, they arrested my black ass. So what happened was, y'all, I was just recording on the sidewalk. They called the police. They rode up on me on bikes. I didn't even really see them. They asked me, what was I doing? I asked them, do I really need to tell you, like, what I'm doing? It's kind of obvious what I'm doing. I asked the other officer, can you help this dude out and tell him what I'm doing? I'm like, I'm recording. Like, he like, it's okay. You ain't got to answer my question. You ain't got to answer my question. I'm like, okay. And he like, well, well, somebody called the police on you. And I'm like, I look over to my left. I see the security guy. I'm like, you called the cops on me? He said, he ain't got to talk to you. And I was about to just walk off, and they grabbed me. He said, where you going? Where you going? You ain't finna go. Hey, you can't go over there to him. I said, I ain't going over there to him. I said, I'm on the sidewalk. And I'm showing the camera like, look, he grabbing my arm, y'all. And the guy said, we should detain him. We should detain him. We should detain him. Put me in cuffs. He kept asking me for my name. I asked him, I was, doing my stuff. And then he's like, okay, you just arrested. You arrested. You arrested. And hey, y'all, that's how it happened. They got me in handcuffs on the back of the car or whatnot. Because they was hitting me with the suspicious, you guys. They like, hey, you being... Yeah, this is familiar. There go the bank right there. Here, I'm about to walk y'all over here to the bank where it all went down at. So I asked the officer, because he kept saying suspicious. So I asked him, I said, is suspicious, is that a misdemeanor or a felony? He said it's a misdemeanor. I just had to shake my head, y'all. And y'all know he hit us with the thing the officers say, we know you just fishing for a lawsuit, but I'm asking for you to get your supervisor. I don't want you to make a mistake. But they say we fish for lawsuits. I mean, well, thank you. If that's what we
I think he'd rather not get arrested. Just get good content, not fishing for a lawsuit. Make his little stand, audit the First Amendment, have a little conflict, get some good content, put out a good video, and get a bunch of views, make some money.
doing, thank you. This the bank right here when we go through this thing with the So I started off in Kentucky, y'all. I probably saying it wrong. Everything I say, I probably say it wrong. Covington. If I said that right, Covington, Kentucky. And the police rolled up 3 police officers, 3 car deep, and they shocked me, y'all. They was very respectful, very cool. Y'all gonna see when that video drop. I'm gonna wait for that a little bit later. But those guys was really good. So I'm like, okay, that's what's up. So I know when they called the police, they still got that police call over there in Covington. They so close.
A few observations. If the police get trained on this 100% throughout the whole United States, and every one of these situations is handled the right way, like they did in Covington, it would be very boring videos. It would make for boring content. Nobody would watch, and this genre would be gone. But you got too many stupid people out there, too many untrained police officers, too many egos, and this type of thing happens. Now, in this situation, like I said, I don't think they have enough for, suspicious. Sure, a lot of things can be suspicious, but you can do an interview and talk to him without handcuffing him. Are they going to say they thought he was going to go assault that guy? Yeah, that's the only thing I think that's a better, I think they got a better case with that than they do the whole casing the bank or going to rob the bank thing. Obviously, does he have burglary tools on him? That's how we used to get him back in the day. If somebody was roaming around and we had, cars were getting broken, you'd have to have the tools of the trade on you, showing that you were really, really intending on doing stuff. This is nothing. They just got a camera. So that's it, guys. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you don't mind subscribing to my channel. I thought it was just crazy that this incident happened just a few days after I finally saw this guy for the first time and put a video up. If you want to see my original video, I'll put it right up here. I'll post it right up here. You can watch that one if you want. Similar incident. He was handcuffed. Luckily, cool heads prevailed, and they didn't take him to jail that time. But this time it didn't work out for him, or maybe it will work out for him. Greeny out.